Hello everyone, I am HyperdriveXA and welcome back to Nekopara Volume 3. Last episode was a pretty deep one. We kind of figure out what is going on with Maple. Is so so the brief summary is Maple is having a sort of identity crisis. She doesn't want to be seen as just a cat girl, so she's having problems with that. Let's see if we can soothe her worries. So, by the way, if you haven't seen that episode, kindly check at the description below, or you can just click the icon on the right hand corner of the video. So, without further ado, let's continue. So, what do you think? Although for once, I use a kind of tea leaf we don't usually have.
使わないリーフの取り扱いがいくら充実しててもね。うちは別に紅茶屋じゃないんだから、抑えるべき銘柄があればいいんじゃない？
Maple shrugs, waving her hand dismissively.
そもそもケーキ屋に紅茶の営業に来るって時点で話がずれてるでしょ。あんたのケーキより紅茶前に出したって意味ないんだから。
Well, actually, I didn't know that what kind of plans you have after this. So, there's a place nearby I figured we could pop our heads into.
そんなもん
There's some there's some that's sold by this new tea shop. I live closing the store to the others while my secretary of tea and I walk home. I steal a glance at Maple as we walk side by side. Ooh, you you're having um you're having a shit. So you're having um thoughts about her, Kashou? Are you going to make your move anytime soon? Maple seems no different from usual, though I can't say whether usual is downcast or just cold. She's doing her work, but I can tell she's not putting in a ton of effort. Because she's a cat girl. Yeah, that's pretty much the gist of what happened last episode. I remember what Cinnamon told me earlier this evening. I take another glance at Maple's face.
何よ、さっきからジロジロ人の顔見て。
Oops. Well, we didn't expect you to notice that, so yeah.
やたら視線感じて気になるんですけど。
She turns her head just enough to look at me out of the corner of her eye. Oh, no, it's nothing in particular. Just my attempt to lie gets caught in my throat midway. Now I'm not sure what to say. I look away from Maple, who seems upset, and turn my gaze towards the night sky. My bad. Yeah, right. That's right. Damn, Kashou, you're so terrible at this.
何よ、一人で納得して。
Nah, it's just because I'm not that great at catching small details. I wonder if I can just ask it straight.
何よ、改まって。
She stares at me, head cocked suspiciously. Although that's not the kind of word we should have right now. I turn my head back toward her and meet her gaze. You know that video from when you were a kitten? When you said you wanted to be a singer? Why was that?
そういうことね。
I do apologize if we're poking into your past dreams or whatever. We just wanted to help, okay? She idly runs a hand through her hair and lets out an exaggerated sigh. Maple has probably guessed that what I really want to ask about by now.
恋猫でもない私に残業させるとか。何かあるのかと思ったら、そんなこと聞きたかったの？
Damn. Aside for toning down on that bounce, maybe not. I guess some of the viewers might Want that? But seriously, that's not really the case, alright? What kind of person do you take me for?
バニラ風に言うならエロパティシエ？
Oh boy, so that's what Kashou is being described by all of them by now, huh?
4匹も恋猫のいる。
she, she has that face that's obviously saying, "You're not gonna get me into your harem, okay? So give it up." Well, that's she's not wrong though. So I just shut up. Yeah, that's one option. I'm not making her work overtime because I want to start a love affair though. Still, I've got enough common sense to know that with 4 cat panels, I'm not really convincing anyone. Well, I'm glad that you're quite aware of your situation, Kashou. I give you props for that. I turn my gaze away from Maple and look up at the night sky.
まあそれは別に本人らが満足してるんだからいいけどね。私が口出すことじゃないし。
She glances at me with mischievous eyes and a wry smile. So you are thinking about it, huh, Maple? Well, well, it's a harem, so there's always room for more. Is she the one who's unhappy? Ah, shit. Unhappy? I hear her grunt before looking up at the sky with me.
見たでしょあの動画。私がいくつの時だと思ってんのよ。あんな子猫の頃の馬鹿げた夢なんてとっくに忘れたわ。
Her tone is wistful. Her answer is blunt and unaffected. But you still think about it now, don't you? Her expression stiffens. But she quickly relaxes, and when she speaks again, it's in that same aloof tone.
なわけないでしょうが。ちょっとチヤホヤされたくらいで勘違いする年だとでも思ってんの？そもそも猫が夢とかバカなこと言ってんじゃないわよ。
I kind of see, judging by the sentence she just said just now. So she's still having. You can plainly see her worries about just being a cat girl. Is that really dumb to have a dream with Maple? We have a saying here in the Philippines. Libre lang ang mayong araw. Which is probably which is Tagalog for is you're free to dream, okay? Anyone can dream, so even cat girls like you. Well, yeah. So Maple. The comments on the video all said something similar. Because she's a cat girl. I can see that one word weighing down on Maple. But everything she said just now seems so hollow. I'm not sure she believes it herself. If that's true, then how did you get so good at singing? I stopped in my tracks and hurled the question at her.
カショ。
She turns to me. Seeing her eyes widening, I continue without hesitation. There's no way you could get that good without practicing. Her brow furrowed with unease, and she casts her gaze downward. The casual air that had surrounded her when we were side by side is nowhere to be found. At the bottom of my field of vision, I notice her wringing her pale, slender hands. I take a step toward her and pat her slumped head. The people who eat my cakes, I'm always so happy to see their smiles. She raises her head. What you asked me before? That's why I wanted to become a patissier.
カショ。
Did I say it right? talking about myself is a little embarrassing. A reluctant smile drifts onto my face, and I continue. Ever since I was little, my dad told me that I would be studying to make Japanese sweets. I never considered that I had any other choice. So, I did as he said and studied how to make Japanese sweets.
箇所。
She doesn't say anything else. Maple stares right at me, waiting for me to continue. Since my family has become Since my family has some ancient traditions, my upbringing was pretty strict. Playing with friends, club activities, hobbies. I had to forego all of them for the sake of studying the family trade. Well, not that I regret all that. Even after all this time, I still don't. I can't make the bitter smile on my face go away. Maple's eyes are as wide and bright as the moon at this point, but I keep going. But one day, I went to a patisserie by myself. Everyone there looked so happy eating their cake. Everyone. Even those who might be austere. Is that right? Austere or sad otherwise. Every single customer had a smile on his or her face. I recall the memories of that visit, and I gave voice to even the parts that I had locked away in my heart. Before, I was completely focused on my family's trade and saw nothing else. Then, someone asked me, "Why is it that you're making these sweets?" Back then, I really didn't know what I had been doing up until that point. I struggled with it, but I decided I wanted to be like that person. I wanted to make something that could put a smile on anyone's face when they ate it. Enough that I was willing to give up all that I had worked so hard and so long for. Maple's expression hardens, and I watch her ears turn toward me to take in every word. So I gave voice to every last sentiment. My dad, as well as others around me, said many harsh things to me, but I knew I had to be true to myself. I decided to turn toward my own dream, no matter what those around me thought.
箇所。
I caused a lot of trouble for Shigure and our mom, and I did some incredibly dumb things, knocking off for Catgirls for that point, if it were possible. Maybe there could have been a brighter future for me somewhere along the line, but right now, I'm happy. This time, my smile isn't bitter or reluctant. Smile I show Maple is one of that reflects my true feelings. Oh wow, some new music. Before I know it, Maple's fingers, which she had clasped together so tightly, have loosened up.
バカね。あんたも。
Great minds think alike, Maple.
不器用ってのがあんたらしいけど。
Still, if I thought my dream was stupid, I wouldn't have followed it. We each let out a little chuckle. I put my hand on Maple's head one more time. That's why I plan to listen to what the others have to say. That's why I couldn't just leave you alone, Maple.
箇所。
Oh, this is what he's been doing with the other four. Smooth talking, even though he's not doing it on purpose.
そうね。あんたの言う通りかもね。私も自分で思ってるよりもバカなのかも。
Her smile is completely devoid of the mischievousness I saw earlier. With renewed vigor, she straightens up, standing up to her full height.
あんたって本当におせっかい焼きね。
Well, it's in his nature, so you're gonna have to put up with it, Maple. I could have stopped if I wanted to.
そうね。性格はなかなか治らないわよね。
Everything that just happened seems like it took place in a dream. Maple laughs, sounding more relaxed than usual.
好きなことなんて誰かのためにやるものじゃないのよね。人だからとか猫だからとかそんなの何も関係なくて。
Maple sounds like she's trying to convince herself of that. I nod to her in agreement. She raises her head and replies with a small nod of her own.
私は私らしく生きるわ。こそこそしてたのがバカみたい。あんたの話だけでそう思えちゃう単純さが怖いけど、でもちゃんと覚えとくわ。
Yeah, make sure you don't forget. The moment Kashou has caught you. Hook, hook, line and sinker.
ありがとね、カショ。それとシナモンも。
What? Huh? Cinnamon? Wait. Maple turns, and I follow her gaze. Wow, I didn't even notice that. Well, if I was in Kashou's shoes, I wouldn't notice that. So, well, they're both Catgirls, so I guess she has noticed her way long before.
姉ちゃん、なんで？気づいてないとでも思ってたの？うち出てからずっとついてきてたのなんか気づいてたし。ちゃんと慎重にしてたのに。
Cinnamon reluctantly drags herself out from hiding. Cinnamon, were you following us the whole time?
その姉ちゃんとカシオさんが気になっちゃって。あ、別にエッチなことを想像したんじゃないですよ。
Oh man, even Cinnamon too? Well, she's not wrong. And besides, with the guy we're having 4 Catgirls on his track record, I guess anyone would think of that.
本当にただただ姉ちゃんが心配だっただけで。わざわざ断らなくてもそんなこと思ってないわよ。カショウのこともどうせシナモンの入れ知恵でしょ。それは別に入れ知恵ってわけじゃなくて、どうしたらいいかわからなくて相談したっていうか、別に怒ってないでしょうが、まったく。
Jesus, why does in these kind of pretty intimate situations that the chest bounciness feature just shows in all of its glory? I would never know. Maple tenderly pats Cinnamon's head.
ありがとね、気にかけててくれて。それとこの間もまた歌うきっかけくれてありがとう。
She smiles awkwardly. Nonetheless, she's direct with thanking Cinnamon.
姉ちゃん、よかった、よかったよ。
Oh boy. Here comes the waterworks. And I'm not even talking about Cinnamon's urges right now. This is just pure tears of joy.
めいちゃんに嫌われちゃったかと思って心配だったから。嫌わないわよ、あの程度のことで。ずっと一緒にいるんだからわかるでしょうが、そのくらい。でも
I'm breathing heavily right now. Simon starts to sob uncontrollably. Maple pulls her into a hug, comforting her. Man, this kind of reminds me of that scene from Love Live Sunshine. That that moment with Mari and with Mari and Kanan. Their relationship is so sweet. Without an ounce of hesitation, I smile at the two Catgirls and pet both of them.
カショウもありがとね。しぐれには自分から相談してみるわ。
Yeah, sounds like a good idea. Maple's face lights up in a smile as she nods to me. I pat both of their backs. Now, how about we head home?
そうね、帰りましょう。めいちゃん、カショウさん。
Please don't, no more crying, Cinnamon. It's alright.
シナモン、鼻水超出てるから。
Okay, and now it's weird.
もうメソメソしてないでちゃんとしなさいってば。はい、ティッシュ。ごめんなさい。はいはい、怒ってないから泣かないの。
It feels like we've gotten all a little closer to each other. Side by side, the three of us head home to where the others are waiting for us.
歌をちゃんと勉強したい？まあ、それはとても素晴らしいことではないですか。私にできることであれば全力で応援しましょう。いいの？
Yeah, seriously. We will be right behind you all the way. So you can start with being a Neko idol or a Neko singer, whichever you prefer, Maple.
いきなり家を出てストリートミュージシャンからというならば反対はしますが、夢を持って頑張りたいというのであれば、私がそれを応援しない理由がないでしょ。いや、まあそれはそうかもしれないけど。
The fact that Shigure gives in so readily is kind of anticlimactic. But like Shigure said, it's up to Maple to decide what she wants to do. So there's no reason for her mother figure not to cheer her on. It seems perfectly natural to me.
ただ、やるなら一生懸命にやりなさい。途中で投げ出すなど適当で半端なことだけは許しません。自分から言っておいてそんなことしないわよ。それにそんなぬるい覚悟で言うわけないでしょ。ならばよし、励みなさい。
Her arms are crossed, and her response is immediate. My dear little sister is too handsome for her own good. I should expect nothing less from the Catgirls' little mother, though. She nods, satisfied, and I stare at her with a hint of admiration in my eyes.
よかったね。頑張ってね、めいちゃん。ショコラも応援するよ。めいちゃんの歌めっちゃいいから。たまには家族サービスしてほしいくらいには期待してる。はいはい、ありがとう。
Well, of course, Vanilla is going to have some sort of condition with her cheering Maple on.
がっかりされない程度には頑張るわ。
一丁前に照れ隠ししやがって。
メープルお姉ちゃんは素直じゃないからね。
Jesus. uh, the boob physics. It's so apparent in both, in all of, on those catgirls. In coconut, cinnamon, and maybe maple at least.
うるさいわね。私は私のためにやるだけなの。
Ah, she's blushing. There's no need to be embarrassed, Maple.
メープルがいろいろと思うところがあるのは気づいてはいましたが、自分から言ってくれるのを待っていましたので、本当に嬉しいです。夢や目標は人に言われてやっても仕方がないことですから。
Yeah, definitely. It's all thanks to her mother's training.
いいえ、兄様のサポートあってのことです。
Well, let's just say we both did our part.
私では経験が足りないことも多々ありますゆえ。
I'm kind of guessing what she's talking about right now. She smiles, looking proud of how well her girls are growing. As long as I can help Shigure with the things she can do on her own, such as sticking it in on all her cat girls. As long as everyone can decide what they want to do, I'm happy. There is one thing I wanted to ask. Even though you knew that Maple was worrying about, you left that video up there.
過保護にするのは簡単ですが、自分で考えるきっかけになればと。私はみんなの母親代わりですから。
Damn. Yeah, I can see Shigure being quite a mother figure. Though I'm also imagining what would Shigure look like a few years from now. Just don't do the, what is it? Do not change your hairstyle, Shigure. Especially not doing the hairstyle of death for all the mothers, because it will ruin you. She inclines her head and smiles. She might be small, but she's still able to support the rest of us on her back. Shigure is always thinking about her surrogate daughters, the Catgirls. I pat my beloved sister's head.
あ、しぐれ、ちょっとお願いがあるんだけどさ、歌を始めるにしても最初は楽器をやった方がいいって聞いたのよね。だからなんか歌と一緒にできるような楽器買ってもいいかしら。自分で貯めてるお金ならいくらかあるし。
A good idea? Where'd you hear something like that?
私には Wi-Fi でつながる世界中の友達がいるからね。
Yeah, unlike you, Kashou, who's practically a caveman in terms of the internet. So, yeah.
光ファイバーでつながる世界中の友達は何でも答えてくれますし。
ほんと便利な時代になったもんよね。
ええ、引きこもりが増えるのも仕方ないことです。
Ooh. That's a little bit of a rose for Maple. I see. They nod enthusiastically in a mutual understanding. I think this is the first Shigure is hearing of Maple's friends too. It was a night when I felt like these two proud girls were looking down on me for some reason. Yeah, that's because you're not very you don't even know what the internet is like. Yeah.
Nekopara.
Yeah, I think being Selena's idol is pretty much enough for the both of you. So, yeah, this is probably the best time to end this episode. It's quite a long one, but we kind of progress to our relationship with both Maple and Cinnamon. So that's good, I guess. So, anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed it, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. This is HyperdriveXA, signing off.